what's particularly, special, a little bit different about me is that, I look at not only what other people are doing, but I look at the psychology and their mindset behind it. What made them successful, right? And then also is me being able to have access to people who are making millions and that's super successful, and then having them be able to tell me some of their formulas, some of their tricks and things that they're doing, right? So that helps give me perspective. And what I really notice is that even the entrepreneurs who don't want to waste time or don't want to waste money, sometimes they're too attached to their idea, right? So if they come up with a good idea, good product or service, and the market may not necessarily be receptive to it, they don't really want to let go because they took a long time. It took 5 years to write this book, Lina, right? It took a long time to make this gadget, to make this product, to make this app, right? And when people put in such a long time, they're so heavily invested in it. If the world is not receptive to it, then they'll try everything in their power to continuously, to continue to make that thing work without even knowing if that's what the marketplace really wants.
Well, it's also inevitable because I've spoken to entrepreneurs on this show for the past 4 years, and I've spoken to people whose businesses are blooming, and they have honestly told me it took them 10 years. Not everything happens at one time. Sometimes you got to crawl before you walk. If your business is moving, if it's one of them was moving furniture, you can't really change too much of that concept. Moving furniture is just what it is, moving furniture. So sometimes, you have to put patience in that mix too.
Absolutely.
If you strongly and truly believe in what you're doing and you have the patience to see it through.
Preach. That's it. Patience, patience. That's and that's key too, because you're not always going to see results up front. You're not always going to see results tomorrow. But I think there's a real thin line between patience and not really knowing if the marketplace is receptive to your idea. Because you keep saying I'm being patient. You can be patient for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, but they'll never buy. Right?
No. I mean, eventually, yeah. How did you say you have to piss or get off the pot?
Right. Exactly. If I came out, Lina, with a product today, right? I came out with a typewriter, right? I came out with a new typewriter, right? Now I came out with a typewriter. Put your words in color, right? Now I don't know if that'll be hot or the people will want it, right? But I can be trying to sell this thing for years and years and years, and I can be passionate about it and excited about it. But if that's not what the marketplace wants, you can be patient, but it's just not what people want. So you're not gonna get it off the ground. So that's why it's so important to have perspective and to get feedback.
Yes, that is very, very true and very important. And just like I could preach, you could preach, okay?
Absolutely.
Switch down, Bronx. All right. We're going to take a break, so let Terrell come down for some oxygen, and he's going to bring us back up again. We're going to take a short music break with the original Black Panther again, and Terrell and I will be right back. Right, Terrell?
That's it. We'll be right back.
Okay. All right, here we go. Well, this is We Need Love.
Every man and woman, boy and girl, I want the whole order. Sing this one with me. No! Hey, yo, listen to this one clearly. We need love, me say we need love. Man, our Rastafari's love. Hey, we need love, we need love. I'm Selassie, I love real strong. We need love, me say we need love. Man, our Rastafari's love. Hey, we need love, we love you. Romance share the life so sweet. We have to put it in perspective, make remarriage complete. Mama shape up them acts, get involved in all the struggle. Man, say no any of them ya time ya every nickel make a muckle. And farmer rainbow become the cancer silly. These are the things to be discussed that to get over and cheap. The universal to be a biblical truth. We can start from look forever about what we can do. If we don't act, we'll never get nowhere. We stare while others go and get their share. I'm sure we'll never pick up in no bomb or no gun. This love search It's really making me run. You should know who you are. Come off the shelf and be seen. Take a chance with judge a love and you find out what I mean. Fantasies must run. They are not for I and I will always trust in Jah Rastafari. We need love. Me say we need love. Man, a Rastafari's love. Hey, we need love. We need love. I'm still I love real strong. We need love. Me say we need love. Man, a Rastafari's love. Hey, we need love. We need love. Marcus, what I am, Jah be love. Sometimes we say what we mean, not stop. They ever wonder about the government rules. They hate the underprivileged brothers. Friendship, trust, and a respect administration. This whole experience has been such a revelation. It's taught me to love and hope to be a Rastaman. To always be considerate and do all I can. Protect to the one of my people. I wanna mean so much. Their hurt trembles all over. Cause it's had enough. Cause the man you understand who's always killing inside. Till we meet face to face and say just what's our way mind. When you find this world, it's gonna be a great land. It's not gonna leave us in no devil hand. We need love, me say we need love. Man, a Rastafari's love. Hey, we need love, we need love. I'm still I love real strong. We need love, me say we need love. Man, a Rastafari's love. Hey, we need love, we need love. Marcus, what I am, Jah be love, yo.
Odetta.
Hey, yo, 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 yo. Listen to this one.
Need it, said I need it.
I still have sons and daughters.
Odetta.
All around. Yo.
We need it, said I need it, and I'm gonna get that love around. Alright, we need it.
Rastafari people. I still have sons and daughters.
All right, that was the original Black Panther. Remember, when you're looking for him, please spell it Pantah, and you'll find him. He's out there in Florida. All right, then. I'm back with my guest, Terrell Jones, and we just had a little chit-chat. We're going to move on to another subject for this last, 20 minutes or so that we have together. And he's going to talk about some social media, how to get you, get those people, those likes, those shares, and, if that's an area of your business that you're lacking in, you might need a pencil and pen to take down some information. All right, go ahead, Terrell.
All right. So, let's talk about social media. So this will be fun. When it comes to social media, some of the questions I typically get is, how do I get likes? And this is across all social platforms, right? How do I get more likes? How to get more shares? How do I get more people to comment and be engaged in my posts? And the first rule that I would say about social media is to understand that different platforms have different algorithms, which means that you have to engage with them differently. Okay, I know that's a lot of difference, but keep up with me for a second. Each social media platform is different, so you have to be able to play nice with however that platform wants you to play in order for you to grow your following, right? So like let's say exactly. So the algorithm. So basically, so you might ask, okay, well, what do you mean by the algorithm? So basically, that means that behind the scenes, if there's Facebook, Instagram, all the social platforms, they're tracking the things that you're doing, right? So they can track who you like. They're tracking, what pages you look at. They're tracking, how long you watch a video, what videos you watch, right? So they're tracking who you posting, who you commenting on. So which means that they can track it, and then that means that they can do certain things with their platform to customize the experience for you, or they can do certain things to the platform specific to what you're doing that'll make you reach more people or reach less people. So what does that mean, particularly for you? That means that you got to know what Facebook is doing, what Instagram is doing. You got to understand what's the best way to get more likes on Twitter. So it's not necessarily the same across all platforms, right? Similar, but not necessarily the same. So, okay, so what's some difference? So I'll give you some of the top quick things, because when I realized this was a game changer for me, because when I first started posting on, so not even really when I first started posting, like, I've been posting for years, right? And let's say for Instagram. So I always took a good liking to Instagram. And I remember, especially when I was in working with college students in the college business, and I was posting, and I was, entrepreneur, but I wasn't really getting that many likes, right? I might have been getting 10, 15, 20, 30 likes. I was happy if I got 30 to 40 likes, right? And that was just sort of my average. We all have like an average amount of likes that we get on our posts, right? So, but when I realized that, there's certain things you need to be doing in order to grow your platform on Instagram. There's certain things that they like, and if you do the things that Instagram likes, they're gonna give you more reach. Once I started doing those things, now I started noticing, and I'm still growing, right? But I started noticing 60 started being my average, 70, 80, and now I'm averaging over 100. And, I got many posts that got, 2, 3, 4, 500 likes, right? So, and once you know that about each platform, then that's how you can grow it, right? So that would be the first thing. So hopefully this is making sense, right? So
go ahead.
So what I'll do is, let me give you a quick point on Instagram. So like, let's say, since I know that's what Lina's on. I know you across all the platforms pretty much, Lina.
Yeah.
I know you're doing the takeover, right? But I'll give you at least 1 or 2 pointers on a few of the major ones. And if you want to know exactly what they like, you could always do some research on it. But let's say for Instagram, as you know, Instagram, they have certain things on there like Instagram Stories. They have Instagram Live, right? They have video on their platform. So what Instagram really likes is the more you are doing more of the features that they're giving you, the wider your reach is, right? If you're just posting, static pictures, right? That'll give you one level of engagement. But if you're posting a video, maybe your reach will probably only be, let's say if you got 500 followers. Well, your reach, if you post maybe, one picture, everybody's not going to see your post, right? So you may only reach 50 to 100 people, but just because 50 to 100 people see it, don't mean all 1,500 are going to like it. You might only get 10 likes, 15, 20 likes, right? Mm-hmm. But if you post a video, they being that the platform wants to move more towards video, that they're going to show it to more people. So that's another thing. Another thing is if you post a good quality photo, people like quality stuff now, right? So they like good photos, they like clear, they like crisp, they like things that look edgy. If you post something like that, and then you get a lot of people liking it in a short period of time, they'll say, the algorithm will say, this must be a good post. Let's show this to more people, right? So now, instead of you only getting 100 reach, they'll jump it up to 300-400 of your reach. Not only would they do that, you might get hosted in the Explore page, to where now you got friends of friends seeing it. And then now they could potentially follow you. Now that's more likes. Now that's more engagement. Right, so that's why it's very important to post quality photos. So that'll be the second thing that I would say, right? So that's for Instagram. Let's say we're looking at Facebook. Let's say if you majority of the time you're on Facebook. Well, you remember if you've been on Facebook for any point in time, right? And maybe since you've been on Facebook forever, Lina, then you probably know this. There was one point in time, right? There was a point in time where there wasn't video played like that on, but there wasn't really video, right? You remember when it was just like all comments? Yeah. You remember that, right? There was no video forever, right? And then they moved on to pictures, and then for a long time, it was just photos and comments, and then Facebook said, you know what? The world is moving more towards video, so this is what we're going to start doing. We're going to add video on the platform. And what they did was when they added the video feature, then anytime somebody shot a video, they would increase their reach so you could get more people in order to watch it, in order to engage with it, right? So then, but if you didn't know that, you would continue doing the same thing. You wouldn't shoot video. Like there's people there's really clients that I consult right now that I'm telling them, hey, like they have a brand, but they don't want to put their face in front of the brand. It don't necessarily have to always be your face, but people like to engage nowadays